Welcome. I'm Cindy.
I'm Angelica.
And this is the Good and Ghastly Podcast, episode 5. Welcome us back. Been a couple minutes, huh? Maybe several weeks.
Yeah, because life.
I'm calling it spring break. We took a little spring break. I think that's
fair, right?
We've both been kind of busy.
Yeah, it's not like it was a vacation
or
anything.
No. Yeah, we haven't been touring the Maldives or something. And it's definitely more life related, which is good because that kind of ties into what we're talking about today, I guess. Pretty hardcore. At least for you, not so much for me, but so what's been going on? What's new?
Not much. Did some yard work yesterday. My whole body hurts because I don't do anything every other day. Trying to get motivated. Trying to get outside.
Right.
Trying.
It's too hot.
It's so hot.
It's too hot.
I hate it.
I can't do it. I commend you for A, having a yard, and B, doing work in it. I would absolutely just let it turn into a jungle until I got fined by the city.
I like it. I feel accomplished. You can see the fruits of your labor.
True. And your yard is really nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't go in the back.
Well,
a lot of dog poop and toys and weeds.
Well, no one sees that anyway, really, right? So.
Yeah. What's going on with you?
Oh, just, life. It's been a lot of work. My work has picked up significantly. I had a work trip. I was in Washington, D.C. for the first time. Mm-hmm. And that was interesting to be able to see all the monuments and,
Yeah, I do want to go there sometime.
Yeah.
I go to the museums, though, and stuff.
Yeah, I would have loved to go to, the Holocaust Museum and the war museums and stuff. So, yeah, that would be a fun trip. We could do that for, a weekend trip even.
Yeah.
The flight's super quick in and out.
That's nice.
It's a small airport, which is nice.
Yeah.
There is a bakery there, and I cannot remember how to say it. It's Tatte. Tati Tate? What? Tati? Whatever it is. Evidently, it's popular on the East Coast and everything, and I'm obsessed with it. It's an Israeli bakery, and it's just, it's got savory breakfast, and amazing baked goods, and fantastic coffee. And when I was there with my work cohort, what is it? Colleague. That's cohort makes it sound more like we're doing something devious. No, we were just at a training. Yeah, we ended up going there 3 times because we just loved it. So. Yeah, that was cool. And then, I've been doing a lot of work, unfortunately, which takes away from my time to do things I wanted to.
Yeah. Work always gets in the way.
It does. It does. And it's funny, as I've become older and more of a professional, I actually work less than I used to. When I was younger, you remember, back in our retail days, and even, I guess retail maybe beginning, stages of working at in a business setting, I always felt like I had to work 50 or 60 hours.
Yeah.
Or we needed the money, so we work overtime or whatever. And I get it now, as you become a middle-aged professional, it's no, my contract says 40 hours. So that's what I work now.
Exactly. Life goes by too quickly.
Right, it does.
Really just dump it all into a job that will probably can you.
Yeah.
Whenever it is necessary.
Right. Absolutely. And it takes a lot out of you to go to work.
Does.
So, I think you have to find that balance of what you're willing to give.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so my level of giving has gone down slightly as I've gotten older.
Which is funny because you still work so freaking hard and take on so much more work.
It's the big Virgo energy. I don't think I can help it, but feel like I need to take on more. I don't know. I love the shirt, by the way. The swearing helps shirt.
It does, doesn't it? Swearing?
Obviously. It's my favorite thing to do, to be honest. I have to very much watch myself because if I had the option, it would be every other word, probably. just feels good. But that's that's not what we're really talking about today.
No,
I mean, there might be some swearing involved with this, I think.
Yeah,
but
we wanted to share our story about an event we went to. I nominated myself, which was pointed out at the event
on the microphone
that
I would have nominated you.
I know, but like it was online and it just like popped up and said, "Hey, nominate yourself for another mom for."
Wait, in the instructions it says nominate yourself.
It does.
After they shamed you
I know.
relentlessly for following instructions.
Like, hey everyone, we need you to quiet down. These two chicks nominated themselves. This one and another Angelica. So
greedy Angelica.
I know. But
what was this event? What would you have to fill out? Maybe give some background.
It was sweepstakes, like you enter to win this mom sweepstakes, and where you go and you enter to win to get like pampering and like I don't know, taken care of, I guess you could say. I was like, well, that sounds nice. I want some pampering and some like time to myself. Yeah, I deserve it.
You absolutely do.
This kid's drained the life out of me.
Oh, jeez.
True, but so I just I entered because I like to enter random sweepstakes because hey, who doesn't like to get free stuff?
Of course.
And I actually won, and what I won were 2 tickets to go to this event. Of course, it was downtown in Chicago from 6 to 9 p.m. on a Thursday.
Very convenient timing for most moms, right?
Yes. That's when I have the most free time, when I live up north, far away from the city. But I mean, I would have asked my mom to go, of course, with me as my guest, but she can't walk too far, and that's a big ask, is like getting into the city and stuff. Yeah. So of course, my only other option is Cindy. Yay! And luckily, she said yes because she is my adventure. What would you call that? You're not my sidekick, but my adventure buddy. Yeah, my adventure buddy, and it was an adventure, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think because it was so vague what would be happening, we couldn't really set expectations.
We had no clue. It said something about pampering, food and drink, and free gift at the end, and possibly winning raffles. Yeah, I mean, it was very, very. So it's big. Like, what does that mean?
And do we want to say who sponsored it or no?
Maybe we'll keep.
So it was sponsored by like a grocery mart, right?
Yeah,
like a grocery store.
Yeah.
And some other like Nabisco type snacks.
Yeah,
let's say.
Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't know what to expect, and like I think on the way there, I had mentioned I thought it was going to be a timeshare or a scheme to steal our kidneys or something, because it just didn't seem like there's a lot of information.
Yeah,
but it was interesting because I was already kind of near the city, so I had to use the Metro, which is the train here, and I don't travel via public transport too often, so that was fun.
Yeah, not bad though, right?
Completely easy. Like, just took a little bit of Googling and like the virtual tickets on your phone.
Yeah.
They didn't even look at. The guy couldn't even see me, I think, because I sat at the upper part of the train, which I never have before. Assume. Yeah. Like, who cares? I got in at like Evanston. It's like 3 stops. They're like, for the $3, we don't care. Who cares at this point? So we met up at
we met up in downtown.
Right.
I took the train in from up by home, so it's like an hour train ride, which was nice. It was quiet.
Yeah.
I had some me time there, and I embraced it, even though I am like terrified to do most things by myself.
I'm so proud of you.
I feel like that was, a big step. Something
Absolutely.
I'm working on is, just kind of getting out of my comfort zone a little bit. So that was, it was a big step.
It was.
And then, so we came in at different stations because the lines are different. This is way too much information.
No one cares.
But the point is that after I got to the train station, I walked, but also, very proud of myself. I walked to the station you were at.
Yep.
We found each other eventually, so that
Mhm.
worked out. It worked out well, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it went. Yeah, so that part was not bad. It's overwhelming though, and that's not stuff. I don't know. I know for me, like, just I need to know where I am. I need to know where I'm going. I'm very controlling in that way, and so I felt like that was a huge undertaking for myself.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't do stuff by myself. I only go to the store by myself most of the time. And if I do, I am internally just screaming that I want to leave.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. Well, both of us don't really do well with crowds.
Yeah.
High traffic. Luckily, when we went, it was pretty chill.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, we missed rush hour. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, so we had to Uber over there, and it was raining, and it was awful.
It was. The traffic was terrible.
Yeah.
Our Uber driver, luckily, he was insane and was cutting people off and
did not care about things like turn lanes or medians. Nah. That's why they're drivers though.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not driving in the city at that time of day. That's for most times a day. Luckily, you're the driver. But in this case, it was nice just to not have to worry about that.
Yeah, it probably saved us a lot of time not having to wait for valet and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the event was actually at a super fancy hotel.
It was very fancy in like the really, well-to-do part
of downtown.
Yeah, I don't even know what the area is, like off the Magnificent Mile by the lake.
Yeah.
Very fancy. So this fancy hotel did not have any information on where you're supposed to go. We walk into the building and we're like, yeah, this is the building we're supposed to be at. We walk into the building, there's nothing. It's a room, right? Like a lobby, but no people. And then some elevators, and we're like, we must be in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Because there are no signs. There's no nothing.
No person, no signs.
No, yeah. Like, you can't ask anybody anything. So we're like, crap, we're in the wrong place. So we walk out. And again, Cindy and I think I would say we have similar personalities in that way. We just if a situation is uncomfortable or uncertain, we run.
Yeah.
So of course we're like, okay, we got to get out of here. So we turned around and walked out. Luckily, we caught somebody else asking.
Yeah.
Just kind of
happenstance, right?
Yeah. Kind of jumped on their coattails and followed them in. Yeah. So nothing, no information. So we find out that you have to go in, go to the elevators, go to the 7th floor. You get to the 7th floor, you walk out. There's just a desk, at least, with people. So you're like, no sign still for the event. And you're like, okay, well, where do we go? And they're like, oh, you go down that way, and then you go past the bar. And finally, there was a sign. But I don't know. It was a bit, we definitely didn't belong there.
Not the hotel.
Not at the hotel. Yeah. At the hotel. Like the actual patrons of the hotel. It was like they were watching they were at the zoo watching all these weird creatures walking into this room.
Yeah, we escaped the zoo and we're running through there.
Look at them. Look how homely they are. Isn't that adorable?
Yeah, unfortunately, Angelica and I chose not to wear Louboutins. Yeah. So we stood out pretty quickly as not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, I think we're kind of used to that.
Exactly. Don't try not to let it. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I'm not even gonna say try. I don't let it bother me anymore. I notice it, but I don't take it on as a personal.
It's no commentary on you as a person.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't just have expensive things.
Yeah, I don't want them.
Yeah, you don't value them.
Exactly.
In the same way.
Exactly. Value is very good word, but yeah. So that was just getting there. That was just the effort to get there. Right?
I guess it's easy to say that we were already kind of overwhelmed by the time we got there because it was just a lot between the traveling and trying to figure it out, situational awareness, and then like walking into a place that we very much did not belong.
So yeah, very overwhelming.
Yeah.
And then we get there and it's a room, like a
mini ballroom.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say ballroom.
Not even really a banquet room. It was like, I don't know. Like you would maybe host a baby shower.
Yeah, that's a good thing to say. Like a fancy baby shower.
Yeah, like that, but not a very big room for the amount of people that were there.
No.
And we walk in and we're like, okay, what do we do? And we start walking around. They didn't have enough tables or seats for people, so I know I was freaking out a little bit. I know Cindy was definitely freaking out.
I was having a meltdown. I was going to have to go sit in the hallway. It was just too many people. Like,
yeah, and there was nowhere to go for, like, there was no, spot. There was no spot for safety.
Yeah. And there was no coat room, which was crazy.
No coat room, so you got your jacket because it was cold. You got your purse, and umbrella. You had an umbrella too.
Yeah. I had a little one. Yeah, so we had a lot of shit with us. Stuff that was yeah, so we had a lot of stuff and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to hold this stuff. I don't want to,
and you're in a room with a lot of people, so you're getting hot.
It was super hot. I was dripping.
It was so hot,
like my makeup had just peeled off into my shirt.
Yeah, so I was pretty, so this is what I talked with my therapist about. I was pretty proud of myself because I went up to those ladies at the table and I asked them, they had 2 seats there. I was like, can we take these seats? Like even if we have to sit with other people, can we take these seats? And of course they were already spoken for. So it's like, okay, so Cindy and I did another lap around the room and she's like, we gotta go, we gotta leave.
I was freaking out. Same reason I don't go to concerts anymore. Things. It's fine if you have assigned seating.
Yeah.
Like I can deal with that, like even big sporting events and stuff.
Yeah.
But stuff like this where it's like a free for all, it's chaos. I don't do well with chaos.
Yeah.
So
it was a lot.
It was.
Yeah, I agree. And it was like, luckily we finally found an empty standing table, which, okay, we can at least, put our drinks down and kind of just have a spot.
Right.
And, but yeah, then it was like, okay, well, we still have all our shit. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. It was like, I see a chair here next to me. I'm just going to put my stuff there. Nobody's going to take it. They don't want my crap.
Yeah, it's not worth taking.
Yeah.
Right? So
I put it down and then like I saw another lady standing next to the table. And so I was like, okay, you know what? Just to do it. I was like, I went to the lady. I was like, hey, I'm just going to put my stuff here. So I have somewhere to hang it. Nothing was here. And she's like, oh, she didn't care.
She's like, this isn't my table.
Yeah, she's probably like, I don't give 2 craps. So I was like, okay, cool. So I finally put my stuff down, convinced Cindy to take her stuff. I was like, I asked permission. It's okay. Yeah, no, it was like, that was probably the scariest. I don't know, just the most just undertaking, or what's not the word I want to use, but it was
a huge emotional lift. I feel like
yeah, right? Like yeah.
I think for people that don't have anxiety, they might not understand.
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder what that's like not to have anxiety. Like there are people that don't have anxiety.
Which to me is crazy because I feel like, especially as a plus size person, I am always thinking 3 steps ahead about how I can minimize myself so I'm not in the way of others.
Yeah.
And so that makes it like having to ask to put my stuff or like find somewhere to like wedge myself in. I'm just like overwhelmed by that. And seeing that room and how busy it was, I'm just like,
it was a lot. It was very overwhelming. It's like the word of the day, but it's true. That was the situation. I think once we got some food too, we grabbed some food, we were able to bring it back to the table and just
in shifts.
Yeah, in shifts, so we didn't lose the table.
Of course.
But I think at that point we were finally able to kind of just settle in, take in the surroundings and
the terrible music.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was interesting. Not what I would have expected. Not what I would have thought when you hear pampering.
No, yeah.
So it's hard because I'm grateful. I am very grateful for the experience because, like I said, I was like, nobody else we know is going to have something like this to share.
Right.
It's definitely an experience.
I think it was really cool in concept. I think the execution is where it failed.
Yeah.
So do we want to talk about? So they had these pampering stations. Pampering. And when you think of pampering, what do you kind of think of?
I would have thought like, facials or like, like
makeup application, manicures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of had the manicure station where you could get one nail done.
Yeah, you could digitally print one press-on nail, but it was only one.
We were like, well, no.
That's weird. Right?
What am I going to do with that one nail?
Yeah, they did have a makeup station, but it was like freshen up your makeup or something.
Yeah.
Which is kind of... at that point, we didn't have any makeup on because,
exactly.
Mine had just melted.
And I don't put any on.
Right.
Anymore.
So, but then, like, it started to develop, I guess, the hair station.
Yeah, like glitter strands in your hair.
Yeah, it was very weird. It's very juvenile, I would say.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about mom ages, I know there's moms that are younger and moms that are older, but you're probably looking at that 30, 20, late 20s, mid 30s. Yeah. And then obviously some older moms or maybe people that aren't currently like moms of young kids, like, some 50s or 60s, but you're not probably going to have a lot of 16-year-olds. And even then, I think maybe...
Well, I think you had to be 18 or older to go anyway.
Perfect. So, yeah. So that's probably like most 18-year-olds are going to be like, you know what I really love? Is just some tinsel in my hair.
Tinsel.
And like, I was so sweaty. I felt so bad for the guy that did mine. He had to touch my disgusting scalp, which was just full of sweat.
Oh, I'm sure mine was. But yeah. I was sweaty too.
Right.
But it was very nice.
It was.
We did tarot card readings, which the lady was
awful.
Yeah,
she was negative. She's the most negative person I've ever met.
I know.
Bad energy coming off her hair.
Very much so. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, Angelica's a bad mom and I'm a bad wife. I mean,
like, thanks.
Obviously, you need to tell me.
And your children. Oh, you don't have children? Well, let's just pretend like I didn't say anything.
If you were to have children, you'd suck at it.
Yeah, so the tarot card reading, the hair tinsel,
the oxygen bar was weird.
Oxygen bar, which you said there was no oxygen.
Okay, so like these oxygen bars, you put in a nasal cannula, which we use as EMTs and in hospitals to deliver a low dose of oxygen to patients that are like just need a little oxygen, not the full mask, not the whatever. And like we plug these things in, they turn them on, and like you could immediately smell, like especially the blueberry one, which is like
blueberry. Yeah, that was it. That was all I could.
It was just scent, but there was no oxygen coming through because like when you have oxygen, you can feel it. Like, I don't know how to explain.
I was like, I swear I was getting lightheaded because I was trying to like just smell. So I was like, I don't feel. You were getting enough oxygen.
It was pretty much just the scent being jammed into your nose and probably depleting your brain of oxygen.
Probably.
Yeah. I was like, I don't think they turned the tanks on.
Yeah, or they ran out.
Or they ran out, yeah, and they're just like, these bitches won't know.
No, and the lady next to us, and she's like, I feel amazing. And I'm like, what?
She took all the oxygen. And all the alcohol and all the freaking Coke in the bathroom. She was flying. She was literally flying. Oh my God. It was interesting.
Yeah, and then the henna, right?
Yeah, which the henna was interesting because the people that were doing it were very cool. Yes,
they were the sweetest people ever. And I enjoyed talking to the lady that did mine, and you enjoyed talking to yours. It was kind of funny though, because what you said, like, I was sitting there for
a 20 minutes. It was a long time.
She's just drawing on my hand with the henna.
She did like Angelica's whole arm. Where like everyone else was getting like tiny, like mine was just my hand. You can kind of see the poop stain maybe still a little bit. It was just like my hand.
Yeah.
You know, it was done in like 6 minutes maybe. Not Angelica. She made best friends with the lady who was like an older sweet lady. And
she was.
Yeah, she ordered me to go get her water, but she did it in such a charming way that I did. Which I felt bad too. Like those people are working like an event, and you know they had to be there at least an hour early to set up.
Yeah,
so they haven't
and they're
eaten.
working straight for 3 hours too.
No break. It's really hot in there. No water. Like you think they would have told the staff to like bring them water.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I thought it was really sweet that you did that though.
Oh yeah, of course. Like I
know you would regardless. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like I don't think anybody else was thinking like, hey, are these people being taken care of?
Right. Yeah, which is I hate things like that because once again that's poor planning. Like when you plan an event, your staff should be one of those considerations. Yeah. I feel like, are you able to rotate for breaks? Are you able to get them food and drinks and bathroom breaks? Like people naturally can't go 3 hours without using the bathroom. Most people. Yeah. You know, that's a long time. Yeah. So that was kind of, off-putting too, just that they hadn't been really considered. And I think everyone other than the tarot card reader, everyone that we encountered was really sweet. Yeah. That was working there.
They were everybody was so nice. Yeah. Accommodating and friendly. That were working there. Right. I mean, the other ladies that were there, some of them were nice enough. Nobody was mean. No. It was just not like,
we're not going to make best friends with these kind of... I'm not the type of person to go up and, like, initiate a conversation with somebody I don't know. And, like, we're best friends now. Like, I'm just not that kind of person. Like, I'll comment. Like, I told one lady that her pantsuit was really stunning. Yeah. Because it was. She looked great. I think...
She was beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, tall and gorgeous and, adorned with perfect hair and makeup. I'm just like, I want to be you, but I'm the opposite. God. But yeah, I think that was like, I mean, they had desserts. Was, Angelica got her fill.
Because they had some stuff still left there nearing the end of the night, and there was a nice lady, standing by the food, and I asked her, I was like, hey, do you mind if I take a couple cake pops for my kids? And she's like, oh yeah. She's like, hold on, I'll go get you a box. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. Of course, that started something because everybody else is like, where'd you get a box from? I want a box. And so they started hounding this poor lady for boxes. And she's like, okay, I can't. I didn't ask her for a box. No. I was going to wrap up my two cake pops in, a napkin and call it a day. Right. But she was so sweet to do that.
Yeah, she wouldn't even take a tip.
She wouldn't. I tried. And she was just so sweet. Like, that was all of that was my favorite part, was our interactions with the people that were working the event.
Yeah. They made it nice.
They did, yeah.
Yeah. Even though it was a weird situation.
Yeah.
Angelica had a couple drinks, which was good.
White girl wasted.
You did get a little white girl wasted. My phone died, so I had to plug my phone with Angelica's charger. Luckily, she had one. Because I was like, I don't know how we're going to Uber home with that. Luckily, I was able to install Lyft on Angelica's phone and get us to the station. And my phone had enough power to get the train ticket up. My God.
I accosted a poor conductor at the train station before we got on the train. I had 2 minutes, and I'm like, no, I'm doing this. So my little guy loves trains, is an understatement.
I was going to say loves.
That's an understatement.
Is obsessed.
He loves the metro trains. So I told myself riding in on the train, because I felt guilty. Of course I felt guilty about being on the train without him. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stop at the counter, the customer service counter or whatever. Or I'm going to, ask somebody. I'm going to ask somebody if they have promotional stuff, like a pen or a keychain or something. Yeah. They have that kind of stuff, right? So I was I'm going to ask and see if I can, get something. So I didn't get to do it when I got in. just because I wanted to, like have us meet up as soon as I could. And then we didn't want to miss the train going out. So I was like, okay. So I was like, man, I'm not going to, maybe when I get on the train, I can ask. And then I turn the corner and there's the conductor standing there. And I'm like, excuse me.
And I am not having any of this, by the way. I'm just like, what are you doing?
She's like, we got to go. We got to get on the train. And I was like, it'll just be a minute. And I'm like, my son is such a big fan of trains. He loves the metro. I forget what else I said to him. I was like, do you have anything that, like, do you guys have, like, keychains or pens or something, just something metro on it? And this guy, like, he's like, as I'm, like, accosting him, he takes off his hat.
And punches Angelica right in the face.
I see him fiddling with his hat while I'm talking at him. And this poor guy, he takes a pin off of his hat and gives it to me. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. We get on the train and Cindy's like, yeah, he just probably wanted you to get away from him.
He's like, I'll give you anything you want, lady. Now I know what people feel like when they're getting mugged. They're just like, take it. It's fine. Oh my God.
He was very happy about his pin, though.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. If he appreciates, so yeah, shout out to Matcha for having awesome conductors that are willing to give up their prized pins
for crazy people.
For crazy drunk chicks.
I tried to give him a flower.
Oh, he did not want that. He wanted you to leave him alone.
I shoved a picture of
your son in his face while he was trying to do his job. It was. Luckily, you were wasted, so you weren't embarrassed. I was embarrassed, but secondhand embarrassment at least. I could just be like, this bitch, I don't know her. She just sat here. Even though we had, like, these huge gift bags. These ridiculous.
They were nice bags.
They are nice bags.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I will say, like, they gave us, what did you call the material?
I would think, like, jute twine, but that's not the right.
Yeah, very nice. Big though, like
burlap
kind of, but nice bags, like with a nice handle and stuff, and just filled with a lot of goodies.
Yeah.
Cindy's favorite, which was the grill spatula. It
was a metal, like wood-handled, huge grill spatula that I literally was like whipping out on the train like a weapon. It was amazing. It had like a sharp edge. It had some jagged pieces. It was great.
Yeah, I don't know why that was. There's some toilet paper, but hey, everybody needs toilet paper. I was pretty excited about the toffee.
I ate the shit out.
I did too.
It was so good.
I told my mom about it. We're going through the bag, and I was like, I got this, and I got this. And I was like, I pushed the toffee up to the side. It's like nothing there.
It was
totally
so good.
Selfish with it.
I want to buy more of that.
Yeah,
like, that was really good toffee.
It was
at Chicago. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, $50 gift card, which is super helpful.
Yeah, that was great too. I didn't see that till the very end.
I didn't either.
So I was like, what is this trash? There was like some weird Cheez-It laptop like decals.
Yeah.
A lot of Cheez-It stuff.
Pop socket.
Pop socket. I'm sorry, the Pringles Man pin was amazing. It was a little pin with the Pringles Man's face. And then there's an eyeball keychain. Yeah. That was creepy as hell. That's on my keychain. It's amazing.
I did give that one away.
Oh, I couldn't.
I gave it away. Just because I know somebody who likes
creepy
mascots.
Oh. Wait, they have a mascot?
That's what the eyeball
Oh, I thought it was just an eyeball.
It's got like this giant red monster as a mascot.
Really?
It has one eyeball. Jojo. I'm giving away a lot.
I mean, anyone in Chicagoland already knows what we're talking about.
Exactly.
I mean, literally, we're gonna get sued, but you know.
I swear, I was very grateful that we got to go to it. It was just
overwhelming.
It was, and it was not what I was anticipating.
No. Like, I don't think we'd go to one every other month.
No.
But I mean, for a one-time thing, it was pretty cool. And
it was just a lot.
Yeah.
It was not a relaxing.
No, we got home at like midnight.
Yeah.
It was really late. I don't know how people do that.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was an experience though that
You know, we did learn that my work is pretty close to the city, though, and we can always do events after hours.
Yeah,
there, right?
Exactly. And I gotta say, so it's something we talked about this whole thing in therapy. And I was really actually proud of myself because I was more forward than I usually would be, like asking those women if we could sit at their table.
Yeah.
I got rejected, but hey, I gotta asking that lady or letting that lady know I was putting our stuff down. You know, that helped us though. Asking for the if I could take the stuff.
Yeah, everything. Anything that's not nailed down, Angelica's trying to take.
Well, hey, I didn't take like a whole vase of flowers.
No.
I asked the lady if I could have, like some flowers. I gave them to Cora too, and she was so happy. And just like a cut rose and a cut carnation. I was like, that's all I took. But I asked, and they were nice enough to give it to me. So asking for that, well, I guess again accosting the conductor, but he was I still got something.
Yeah, he was nice about it.
Yeah, he was.
He was super chill.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just proud of myself.
Yeah.
Typically, I would be like, I don't want to bother anybody. I don't want to have any confrontation. Like, I'm very just reserved.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was really proud of myself. I know some of that had to do with the alcohol, but I mean, even before the alcohol, I was.
Yeah, you were taking charge.
Yeah.
It was good though. I mean, like, yeah, since it was a Mother's Day thing, and it was like to honor moms. Hopefully, you at least got something out of it. And it sounds like, if nothing else, it was a growing experience. So.
It was, and it was. I don't know. I love being able to do that with you though, because I feel like. That's the type of shit that we would get ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Other people win spa packages and trips and whatever. We go to this. I mean, like, no offense, but the $500 gift card would have probably been a lot better for you. Like,
it would have been helpful. And
not once again, not that she doesn't appreciate everything.
Exactly. I really do.
Like,
it was just interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm grateful for anything that I can get. As a gift.
Yeah, absolutely. And that you deserve because you're an awesome mom.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I feel bad for dragging you along. I'm like, come on, we're going to go get pampered. And instead, you just got overwhelmed your senses and put you in a fight or flight situation.
Yeah, a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. That's my own feelings. It's good though. I feel like since COVID, I haven't had to deal with as many situations like that. So it's probably good to, throw myself in there sometimes because life isn't always where I can avoid people.
Exactly.
And, as much as I want to.
It was an experience.
Yeah.
Man. We did it together.
We did.
I think that's what makes me the happiest. Aww. I think that's what makes it just perfect.
Aww.
Because I know as miserable as you were at points that like you just took it in stride, and I don't feel like, even though I could feel like your anxiety, I knew that I could I could help you. I felt like I could help you with that. I felt like I could help rein you in and kind of, ease you. Whereas like I feel like with anybody else, I would have just fed off of anxiety, and I would have felt awful. And
well, hopefully most people wouldn't have been anxious.
Yeah, but I would have still felt it, I think.
Yeah,
like even if I were with somebody who was more comfortable in that situation, then I would have felt alone.
Yeah,
so at least you felt uncomfortable with me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think this just like solidifies the fact that I'm not going to be going back to any concerts or anything anytime soon.
Yeah,
I just think those days are kind of done unless it's a sit in a chair kind
of. I was like, well, I mean, I think I'd be okay if I could be like at the back, and
if you have that option. Some places you don't.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, the crowds.
I was gonna say, I think the last couple of concerts we've gone to, we've been in the back.
Yeah,
and those have been years ago now.
Yeah,
like I think what was it like? Kill Switch and Slayer were both.
Yeah,
we stood in the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those were, like you said, a long time ago.
Really long. Like back when no one had kids and everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, we still had a big group of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Bros before hoes. Not always.
No.
Friends are not forever. I don't care what kind of bullshit people try to tell you when you're young.
Yeah. I mean, some people are able to maintain relationships, but
they got to be worth it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a lot of work and effort to maintain a relationship.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was, just I thought it'd be a fun story to share because, man, was that something.
Yeah. I guess the ghastliness is obviously just having to go and just like seeing that situation, but the good of it is like pushing through it. And,
I feel like there was a point in time where we would have been like, screw this, let's go. Like work tour, was it that where you remember that? We walked in and we were there for like 10 minutes and we're like,
this sucks.
I can't do this. This sucks. And we left.
Yeah, it was work tour.
Parked, paid for tickets, and we were like, fuck this.
And that was when we were in our early 20s too. Like that might have been teens even. That might have been 19 even before we could even drink. Yeah, probably because we could have drank. That might have helped. Yeah, God, I forgot about that. I think it was the people that were like in that water slide, that muddy water slide at the beginning. That was just like, no.
I don't remember. I know there was something that like I was just like, I can't. We can't do this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not fun.
No, it was hot.
Yeah. I don't even know who was playing that show that we wanted to see.
Like why we went there.
No, because I don't know. Work tour is very much not my style.
Yeah. Very little my style.
Yeah. Maybe Mess was playing there. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why we would have gone.
Right.
Had to be a band you liked. My guess is you had one band. And we paid like $50 or $60 probably. And we're like, nah. I mean, that's growing from...
Right? Yeah. We had a more adultish response this time around.
Yeah, we
stayed.
Stuck around.
Yeah, we persevered.
Yeah, we did stay till the end of the event too.
Yeah, we did.
Which is surprising.
Exactly.
Because usually I've been like, Irish could buy this in 10 minutes. Just go.
Oh, man.
Yeah, maybe we should start pushing our boundaries.
Yeah.
We can just
a little bit.
A little bit. We can do some vlogs. I'll put the picture. We did take a picture at the event.
Yeah.
That I'll have to do some cropping for the name and stuff.
Yeah.
Although that's the name of our episode, so it's different. Well, I'll put that up on the Insta so you guys can see our fabulous outfits. Okay, spoiler alert. So we went to go get the pictures taken. They had like a bunch of props. And obviously Angelica and I, both of our eyes like lit up because on the table there was a crab hat. Obviously both of us are like, oh, and I'm like, you know what? This is your event. You get to wear the crab hat. And what does Angelica ask the lady?
If anyone else has worn the crab hat, right?
Yeah. She's like, anyone else wearing this crab hat? That chick was like, no. No one, hardly anyone has touched any of these props, let alone that crab hat. Angelica's popping it on her head all proud. She didn't care.
I did not.
It was amazing. See, that makes it worth it.
Right. Yeah, we have memories.
We do. Now that's on my fridge. I have the Chuck E. Cheese picture we put together and this event picture.
Oh, man.
Too funny.
The shit I get you into.
Yeah. Yeah, the first time I went to Chuck E. Cheese was your kid's birthday. I have never been to Chuck E. Cheese.
Never?
No, we didn't have Chuck E. Cheese money.
Oh, my mom had, like, because you could, like, when we were little, they would have, it was like, I'm sure Tuesdays or something where you get, like, cheap pizza, like $2 pizzas or something. And then it would be like after report card time.
Oh,
Because if you got like whatever grades you got, you could get
coins
for it, tokens.
Yeah. Nice.
So like I'd get a shit ton of coins because of course straight A's.
Nice.
And that's when we would go.
Yeah, no, never been.
Crazy. I did not know that.
We have to, live my childhood to your children's childhood, I guess.
Yeah, they don't realize what they got.
Not yet.
Yeah.
They will when they're older.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that was a lot.
Yeah. Well, this is an easy way for us to get back into it, I think.
Yeah, right. To have an event to talk to.
Right. And hopefully
story to tell.
Yeah.
It was entertaining.
Yeah. I still think, and I wanted to do it for Mother's Day, and obviously we didn't get to them. I still want to talk to like our moms. I think that would be fun, and we should plan that.
Absolutely.
Because I think you guys would get a kick out of the moms.
I think,
as we call them.
Where we, what made us into what we are.
It's very obvious after you meet them.
Yeah. Do you think with my mom? I feel like we're so different.
You aren't, though.
No?
No, like, I feel like you guys might approach things different, but you do have a lot of your mom in you.
Oh, great.
It's hopefully thing. The kidney stones,
Well, yeah. The eczema. The skin issues.
Yeah.
Got that from her. Got the hairiness from my father. Thanks, guys.
Great combination.
Yeah.
I think it is. I think you're perfect.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah. I think it'll be good to get the moms on. Have a couple more ideas for
obviously that whole event was because it was upcoming to Mother's Day.
Right.
So that's why. Yeah.
We don't want to honor moms any other time than right before Mother's Day.
Like
then they won't be compliant. They'll think they're owed more. Just for sacrificing their bodies and lives. And, self-worth and sense of self.
Let's do it one day a year. It's
all you get.
Yeah. No. I didn't even want it. I didn't want anything. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to be home. I even cleaned, but that's what I wanted to do. So I was.
God, you're doing Mother's Day wrong.
No, I was all right. I was good. I didn't have to go anywhere or I don't like all that pressure that's put on certain days. Like
that's true to perform and feel grateful and all that. Yeah, that's
birthdays and stuff. Like trying to plan big things though. It's like it feels like that pressure's there. And what if it's not what was planned or what was done? And
birthdays are the best. Birthdays are my Mother's Day.
I love low key.
Well, you shouldn't be friends with me. As I'm like, we're going somewhere.
I like that. That's why I need you though, because otherwise I wouldn't do any of that.
True. Yeah. Maybe we can have some more adventures. Like I still want to go to the farmer's market.
Yeah. Coming up on summer.
I hate summer.
I do too.
Yeah.
Hopefully maybe it'll be cooler, even though it's hot this week.
It's very hot.
I'm trying to do better.
I'm not gonna be outside. I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Yard work. That's my stepping stone because that's something I want to do. Driven by the Mexican.
Yeah. You see an unkempt yard and you just can't.
I can't help me. I gotta trim a bush.
Your ancient ancestors are flowing through your veins, going, "You must pull the weeds,
lay the mulch,
lay the mulch." You don't feel the heat. You embrace the heat.
Like I said, though, it's obvious that it's not that deeply rooted because I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'm miserable. It's hot. I want to avoid the sun. I'm gonna die. It's like the sun's touching me. I'm
just burning the entire time. I go outside now just to take the trash out and get burned. So.
Isn't it terrible?
Yeah, it is. Thank you, ozone layer that's been depleted and global warming.
Doesn't exist.
We'll put that in the same category as Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster, global warming. No, I don't know. Yeah. So Anything else? Anything else you want to share? Anything else going on, or something cool? Or
No.
You watch Bridgerton, which I'm
throw
calling
me
you
under
out.
the bus.
I have to.
For it.
So, in case you don't know, I am a complete lover of like Hallmark romances and trash romance like stuff on Netflix. I love the fake love thing. I don't know. It brings me joy because it's a fantasy. It's not real, but I love the like love story thing. I watched 5 minutes of Bridgerton and had to turn it off. I couldn't do it. I
get sucked into these shows because of Facebook.
Yeah.
So they show you the reels and you're like, no, I don't want to see it. No, I don't want to see it. Stop pressuring me. And then you watch it. And then you're like, well, now I got to see what else pops up. And then you watch that one. And then you're like, well, now I need to know what goes on all the way.
Obviously.
And so you get sucked into these shows. And I like it. I do. I'm not big on the romance stuff. That's just,
But you like history and the historic content.
It is, it's like kind of in a historical setting and very, I don't know. Yeah, like love stuff is all right. To fast forward through all the unnecessary sex scenes.
Oh, wow. I didn't know there were sex scenes. I'm going to watch it.
There's quite a bit of
gratuitous.
Yeah, gratuitous visuals.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it's for me.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I can't.
Like I said, I got sucked in. It's because of stupid Facebook and their stupid reels. And I'm like, well, now I got to find out what happens. That's like, what? I got sucked into that This Is Us show.
My mom loved that show.
I didn't think it was all that impressive. But you start watching it and you're like, well, now I got to finish it. I got to know what happens.
Right.
It's not because I'm enjoying it, but because I got to know.
Yeah.
House of the Dragons, Game of Thrones, all those. They pop up. No. They got me, Cindy.
Yeah, I think I've seen like probably 90% of the Big Bang Theory because of those things.
Oh, yeah.
I've never watched the Big Bang Theory. That's a lie. I've seen 2 episodes of it. I actually sat down and watched it when I worked at the firehouse, I think it was. They were the same episode.
Really?
Not even kidding. And like that's the only time I've ever worn, whatever. But I know all the characters and what happened to them because of the reels.
Exactly.
Same with Young Sheldon. For some reason, those pop up all the time. I'm like, I'm never going to watch this show.
I get that too, but it kind of makes you want to know what happens.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, kind of. But not enough that I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Most are like that. And I know what they're doing, so some of them I'm like, no. I absolutely refuse.
Yeah, I need a new show to watch, so we'll have to.
Yeah, me too. Mm-hmm. Do I want to get into this?
What?
So I started. I'm maybe halfway through Baby Reindeer.
Oh, John just watched that. He's obsessed with it.
Yeah, I'm halfway through, and I gotta finish it.
I might watch it now. Although, like some of the stuff he explained it to me, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna think it's too brutal. Like this guy getting assaulted and stuff. And
I did. Oh yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So we'll see.
Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil. Spoiler alert. Too late now.
Well, yeah, it's not the way you would. Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's the part. I'm obviously very uncomfortable with that, but I'm kind of curious to see where the story goes.
Oh, the stalking thing though, like
I
used to listen to a podcast called Strictly Stalking.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, it's still going on, and like I would recommend it, but like it started to wear on me. Because every week you hear these people and you hear the same themes come up and the same problems and it's not always women. And I think that's one of the things that like people, and it's not always women or women stalking men, that it can be men stalking men or women stalking women or, there's just people stalking people, and like how terrifying it actually is and how it is not taken seriously by law enforcement or by the law or by most people, by, the people in your life, or like the security at your work, or
what are they going to do? They're going to tell you to go to the police, and the police aren't going to do anything.
No. Yeah, and I think like if you get a chance, I know you're not a huge podcast person, but like if you listen to Strictly Stalking, like a lot of the victims will explain like they had to be their own advocate and do all their own documentation and their own like record keeping, and like they did have to call the police, but they had to record it like that they had called and stuff because the police didn't keep good records. Yeah, and I understand like we have not enough resources or blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. They aren't going to throw somebody in jail for that because they don't want to use up that space and
the time and effort to investigate. But like for a lot of these people that are stalkers, they escalate. That's the entry point. And you can see the escalation, especially for people that have done it to multiple people and that there's a record of them doing it to multiple people. They're going to come to a point where they're going to break and they're going to do something really scary or horrible, or someone's going to have death.
Not healthy behavior.
No,
that's going to lead to it's not. Like you said, it's just ultimately not going to end well for somebody,
right? And like threatening these people, like having someone threaten them, or like sending the police just to tell them to knock it off. Isn't going to deter them.
Not at all. It's going to make them angry.
Right. Yeah. And I would definitely recommend that podcast if you want to hear. And there's a wider range of stories between people that were like kind of questioning, is this stalking even? And then the people that were like kidnapped and almost murdered. Like there's a huge spectrum of stalking. But yeah, I've heard that show is like fascinating. And
I'm very interested to see where it goes from here. Yeah. I thought it was I just thought it was like a shorter, like maybe like a mini movie or something. Or I think it's like 7 episodes.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so we're getting into this.
Yeah, it seems like a lot. And I don't know if I'm going to watch it. Maybe I will. Yeah.
Very interesting though. Very, And I gotta say, like the way it's done is
interesting.
It's interesting. I like it's well done. So.
Which is always good too. That's not just like compelling, but it's shittily done.
Yeah.
I guess since we're talking about stuff that we've watched recently, so
you're gonna stop throwing me under the bus?
No, never.
Cindy likes like Gilmore Girls.
I've seen Gilmore Girls.
What else? I don't know. What else did you watch that?
I love Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Buffy's amazing. So is Supernatural.
I've never seen it.
You should watch Supernatural. You do have to skip around a little bit towards the later seasons because some of it just goes off the rails. I think you'd like it.
Supernatural. Is that with those 2 dudes?
Yeah, Jared Padalecki and what's the other guy? What's Dean's name? Jensen Ackles.
Okay.
Adorable.
That's the thing is I'm tired of seeing stuff pop up like, they're so dreamy. It's like
They both are very deeply flawed characters. So I would recommend Supernatural. I watch a lot of trash.
I'll put it on. Yeah, I do too, really.
So I watched a movie that I don't know when it came out, but at the time there's no way I was going to watch this movie. But I think it was last weekend, I was working on something. I'm like, I got to put a movie on or something. I don't have to pay attention to it. So I had seen shorts for it. So I watched Baby Driver. With Ansel Elgort, I think his name is.
I know it. If I've never seen it, but it
has like Jamie Foxx in it. It has John Hamm. It has Kevin Spacey. That part not great, but it is really well done. It's done. Edgar Wright is the director. He's the guy that did like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. So it's very stylized, and the music is fantastic. I was like, and I don't watch car chase movies. I don't watch bank robbery movies. Like, those are not my things. It is just really good.
Okay.
I would recommend it. Third act could use some work, but the first 2 acts, phenomenal. And, like, the little things that you pick out with the music and stuff. If you're a music lover, I would definitely say watch Baby Driver.
Okay.
Yeah, and Supernatural. I can't believe you haven't seen Supernatural. You have to watch Supernatural.
I'll put it on the list.
I'm going to rewatch it.
Okay.
Well, this is now a Supernatural podcast. Oh my God, it could be.
Oh, well,
I really love
Supernatural. Give me some time. I'll try to. I've got to finish Baby Reindeer.
Yes.
I got to make sure that there are no other true crime documentaries that I haven't caught up on.
Of course. Gotta keep in the flow.
I caught up on Bridgerton, so
I can't. I just can't do it.
I'm sucked in now. It's endearing.
Maybe I'll try again.
Try Queen Charlotte.
Queen Charlotte?
Try Queen Charlotte first. Because it all ties together.
Okay.
Like I said, I would never have pulled this out as like, this I have to see.
Right.
But man, they suck you in with those videos.
Yeah.
Those shorts.
That's what we got to learn to do, to suck people into the podcast. We need a producer.
Yeah, we do.
And some kind of script. Yeah. And talent.
All right.
And lights and makeup and set design.
You don't like blank wall?
No, we're gonna work on that. We keep saying
that. I'm gonna find something, and Cindy's given me carte blanche. So
yeah, I mean, if I was okay with the crab hat, I don't think anything you're gonna come up with is gonna deter me.
I love the crab hat. Makes me think of the the turkey hat. Was it the turkey? No, the aviator hat I wore at my wedding. I have a picture of me with Steven and I'm wearing an aviator hat.
I mean, that's amazing. I don't remember it, but I mean, fair enough. You were pretty proud, so. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we could always do wedding stories, except that my wedding was courthouse.
But here's the thing, though, is I think that would be a good topic because, like how you did it, I actually ultimately, granted, now that I'm older, just when you're younger, you don't really understand. I don't feel like you have the same, what's the word I want to use? Like, you're just different, you understand weddings differently, I feel like.
Yeah, your perspective changes. Definitely.
Yeah. And I loved the way you guys had yours.
Thank you.
I know you feel like you missed out on stuff, but I really don't.
I did, but but
I don't
ultimately
think those things really are as important. Well, again, but that's easy for me to say because I had the wedding, the big wedding.
Yeah.
But I think I would have been okay with that. I hear him.
My baby is barking.
He goes, woof, chuffing.
Yeah. He wants to know what the fuck we're doing in here. Why are we now out there playing ball with him? Yeah. So any last minute?
No, we kind of
I guess
went down
back.
A whole different rabbit hole. Yeah, right? Well,
we're back.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep putting out episodes and
nobody will watch them.
And it's fine because we don't promote them.
I know. I keep saying I'm gonna put it on my Facebook. I think Facebook. I don't do the Facebook.
I'm not 50, so I think so next episode, let's come up with something really great. Let's come up with something that we can at least mediocrely back, and then let's promote.
Okay. Challenge accepted.
Yeah, we gotta get out of our comfort zones. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a background.
Maybe.
We might have a background.
Yeah. If you're not gonna have the input, I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah. Well, I guess stay tuned and hi, Mom. You're the only one that listens.
Hi. I love you. I miss you.
Well, our goal is we're gonna start promoting this and maybe being a little more serious.
I don't know about that.
There might be a background. There might be some promotion. We'll see. But
yeah.
I guess until next time, I'm not gonna say keep it sleazy again.
You just did.
I did. We if you have a recommendation for an outro, we would be open to it because I don't think
we're not good at this. We like to talk, though.
We do. We can talk all day.
Mostly to each other, but that's kind of what
we're doing.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you look at the camera every once in a while to make you feel connected, but really,
it just creeps you out, doesn't it?
Okay. On that note,
there's our outro.
See you next time, television viewers.
Yeah.
YouTubers. Bye. See you later. Adios. I don't know where the button is. That's what she said. Bye. Oh God, there's tweet buttons. Oh my God.
Wait.